Sorry, I feel no attraction, and now that it's been a minute, 'cause I've been so long, so long.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Nur Hamidah from Indonesian Education Department, UIN Hidayatullah, Jakarta. Today I would do a review and we will discuss about some articles that I have read, and this is my last video for extensive reading course. Yep, in this video there are two main content that I want to show you. The first is a brief explanation of each article, and the last would be the connection between all of the article. So there are 10 articles that I'm going to review, and all the articles is related one to another and under the same context, which is about the learning process, including the strategies, method, advantage, and disadvantage. So yep, take a seat and enjoy this video. And let's check the first article. The title of the first article is Online Learning in Higher Education, Exploring Advantage and Disadvantage for Engagement. The author of this article is Amber D. Damford and NGL Miller, that published 3rd April 2019. The purpose of this article is to figure out how to best deliver course content in higher education through comparing the advantage and disadvantage of online learning. So basically, the first article talk about some obstacles and the benefits who faced by of online learning in higher educations. And the result of this article is in the development of online learning in higher education, there is an increased need to understand the engagement and gains of students who only have an opportunity for an online atmosphere. While there may be some benefits of online learning in the realm of engagement, it seems that there are also some sacrifices online learners make when it comes to an engaging educational experience. The title of the second article is A Systematic Review, the Relationship Between Learning Styles and Creative Thinking Skills. The author of these articles are Fatima Al-Fatiri, Samar Al-Ashrif, Sarah Al-Ajmi, Al-Aswayan, and Nedal Al-Ahmad. That published February 3rd, 2019. Purpose of this article is to gain an understanding of the connection between learning styles and the ability of learners to be creative. So this article make me wondering, is learning styles affect to learning creativity or not? And the result revealed that creative thinking have an improvement after the early years of learning, and however, it experienced a decrease in the course of the middle years of learning, only to rise up once again in the senior years of learning. With gaining a better understanding of the connection between these two and the common characteristic that they share can serve as a critical point of motivating and supporting learners. In this way, they will be able to apply creative thinking in learning, and in the end, this may become the main driving force towards advancement of learning. The third article is Teaching in a Digital Age, How Educators Use Technology to Improve Student Learning, and the author of this article are Catherine McKnight, Kimberly O'Malley, Roxanne Rosix, Maria Kelly Horsley, John G. Freeney, and Catherine Bassett. That published is May 21st, 2016. Purpose of this article is to find out if a successful digital conversion for classroom, district, and states is not determined by the technology and how technology enables teaching and learning. So basically, is it really true that technology is the only factor to improve student learning? And the result of this research is that schools should attend to the combination of contextual factors, not the technology itself, to be successful in improving teaching and learning via technology, and emphasize attention on supportive leadership and technology infrastructure. And also to improve student learning, school could encouraging teachers to share their knowledge and skills in the use of specific technology and to compile a list of favorite resources to share with colleagues. The next article is Improving Academic Reading Skills Through Online Mode of Task-Based Assignment. The author of this article is Sugeng Purwanto, that published August 1st, 2016. Purpose is to justifying whether or not the online mode of task-based reading assignment could improve the reading skills of the student at higher education, and aim at developing teaching materials integrated in a mobile web application system to improve the students' academic rating skills at graduate level. So technology was really necessary for the learning process during this time. And by the way, the results said that learning module on academic rating can be integrated into a software application system, which has proven to be an effective way to improve academic rating skills employing the online mode of learning with minimal supervisions. In other words, it supports independent learning model. The fifth article is the implementation of community language learning or CLL in teaching speaking. Author of this article is Asep Saifullah, that published December 28, 2017. Purpose is to know how is the implementations of community language learning or CLL method, to investigate the implementation, strengths, and weaknesses, as well as to find out student difficulties in teaching speaking. And basically, I use CLM method in my other assignment to imagine my future class would be, because I think it's an effective way to deliver best the material in the classroom. And the result of this research is that CLL method creates pleasant and conducive learning situation for students, as well as creates good atmosphere in the classroom. It can be shown from classroom observation and interview result that there are several strengths, as such as encouraging students to be more independent in doing their activities in the classroom, especially for the slow learners. Also, students found the following difficulties, such as developing the topic for speaking activity, expressing their opinions and ideas, responding to lecture instruction or question spontaneously, choosing learning materials and activities in each meeting, and understanding the material delivered by lecture. The next article is Students Improve in Reading Comprehension by Learning How to Teach Reading Strategies, an evidence-based approach for teacher educations. The author of this article is Hafi Coach and Nadine Sporer, that published March 29, 2017. Purpose is to familiarize students majoring in education with an evidence-based teaching program for fostering the reading skills of primary school students and to prepare today's university students to use the program in their future regular teaching. And the result of this article is that participants who took part in the university course intervention, where they learned how to apply the teaching reading approach, would show better results in reading comprehension and reading speed than students who took part in a university course that was similar in content but did not give them the opportunity to apply teaching reading. The next article is Total Physical Response or TPR, its effect on student achievement in reading procedure text. The author of this article is Zulfan. That published is October 15, 2018. Purpose is to find out whether there is any significant effect of Total Physical Response or TPR method on student achievement reading procedure text of 10th grade students in one of Indonesian State Vocational Schools. And beside community language learning or CLL, I choose the author method, which is TPR, and to find out whether the method have a significant effect or not. The result of this article say that student achievement in reading procedure text using TPR method is higher than conventional method. It means that there is a significant effect of TPR method teaching in reading procedure text. So it can be said that the student achievement is determined by analyze the vocabulary, topic, main idea, supporting sentence, and making inference. By applying TPR method, the students can learn and try to solve their problem independently. The next article is difficulties that English teachers encounter while teaching listening comprehensions and their attitudes towards them. The author of this article are Ayah Isam Al-Warasdeh and Norma Nawaf Al-Zaid. The published is April 27, 2017. Purpose is to investigating the difficulties that English teachers encounter while teaching listening comprehension and their attitudes towards the subject in Karak school. And to teaching listening, I think it's more have a difficulties and obstacle for the teacher. And the result of this article said that there are many problems in teaching listening comprehension in schools. First problem related to the proficiency of teachers. Teachers need more training courses that indicate their lack of experience, and the concentration on teaching other skills leads to deviation from the main goal of teaching listening comprehension. The second is problems that face teachers regarding the educational environment and the availability of resources and teaching aids are connected to the high number of students in class and lack of rich libraries, resources, teaching aids, supporting materials, and audiovisual teaching facilities such as English Lab. The next article is the effect of YouTube in multimedia instruction for vocabulary learning, perceptions of EFL students and teachers. Author of this article are Raniah Kabuha and Tarik Ilyas, that published January 11, 2018. Purpose of this article is to examine the improvement in vocabulary comprehension and retention of Saudi English as foreign language female student at King Abdul Aziz University as a result of integrating YouTube in their reading classes. The study also investigates the perception of both students as well as the teacher towards the inclusion of YouTube on the development of vocabulary. And basically the use of YouTube is, I think, very helpful for me to learn something related about my study, which sometimes are barely found in the website or something like that. And moreover, YouTube is more efficient, easy, and accessible to everyone. And the result of this research is YouTube provides a significant effects on the students' vocabulary acquisition, and the students positively view the use of YouTube in their lesson. It also reveals significant improvement in the students' vocabulary achievement and suggests that EFL teachers should be encouraged to use YouTube in their classroom. The title of the last article is EFL Teachers Challenges and Insight of Online Teaching Amidst Global Pandemic. The author of this article are Arif Nugroho, Dwi Elmiani, and Agnira Reha. That published December 31, 2020. Purpose is to examining the teachers' challenges and their insight of the online learning activities during the global pandemic and give a suggestion to be implemented in the classroom. So I think it's not only the teachers who face some difficulties of these online learning situations. In fact, students also experience some problem that can be denied, like can afford the internet quota to support the learning process and the tiredness to do a lot of assignment with a short deadline, where it's one of the things that make them feel frustrated about learning. And back to the topic. The result of this research is the absence of an e-learning platform, lack of student motivation and engagement, and time consuming to prepare online learning materials became the primary challenges of the teachers. And the result further portray that developing a representative digital platform, designing online learning materials, and improving the quality of teaching method were several valuable insights from the teacher and suggest to continuously develop a representative e-learning platform to conduct an online learning activity. And that's the last article. And now I will connect all of the article. So as you can see, all of the articles that I had reviewed have a connection and relate one to another, where it's about learning process. And the first is about the method. In the learning process, there are the methods that used to gain more effective learning result, like community language learning, total physical response, teaching reading, teaching listening, and all of them have a significant effect to improve learning process. And the second is the disadvantage. And there is still some obstacles that the learners or the teachers face, like the difficulties of online learning, the strategies that didn't improve student comprehensions, and the lack motivations that students face. Third point that connect each of the article is the advantage that they encounter, like the accessible way to gain more knowledge and improvement for learners' comprehension through social media like YouTube and many other technology that will support their learning process. The last is all of this article is have the same intended audience or readers, which is for educational purpose and focus to the educators and learners. So at last I have to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you in another time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.